Hey everybody, Adam Savage and Norm Chan in the cave, and this humble box hides something kind of spectacular.
Yeah.
Or so I'm told.
Oh yes. You haven't seen it. I actually haven't seen it. We're gonna do this together. A while back, we built a great relationship with this collectibles company, Jazzinc Dioramas.
Yeah.
It's a family-run company, and they have a wonderful license to make 1/6 scale reproductions of Batmobiles and incredible prop cars. And
these are big swings from a reproduction standpoint, and they do really beautiful, sensitive work.
Yeah.
And when we covered their Batwing, they got some advice. They got some interesting information from us when we covered the prop store Batwing.
Yes, exactly. So they did a 1/6. We have a Batmobile from the Matt Reeves Batman. We have the 1989 Tim Burton Batmobile, and I got to pick up the 1/6 scale Batwing, which we'll show some footage. When you held that up, it was so massive.
It's crazy.
But even bigger was the original filming miniature, the big filming miniature, which is quarter scale, and we saw that at Prop Store.
Yeah. Which is gigantic. It's like six feet wingspan or something
incredible.
insane.
And it would be mounted in the back, and the animatronics still work. The tiny little Batman whose head turned on the inside, like one of those dream props in that era of filmmaking.
If that's your jam, that was so there's a lot of drool around that piece. Yeah, yeah. And so we have one in here.
Yes, so this is another Batwing, and it's another scale down. And the way this all came together, the reason we're in touch with them is because that video we shot at Prop Store was the first time even them as a collectibles company had seen reference of some of the geometry, some of the paint finish, and they were able to take screenshots of our video. Think about that, right?
No, this is
to help
makes
inform
me so happy.
and refine the paint finish.
This is the thing is I'm always screenshotting. I'm screenshotting so much, I know which browser will still allow me to screenshot Amazon content without it showing up as a black screen because I'm looking for reference material. And it's one of the secret things that we do on this channel, and whenever we go to Prop Store, is all that B-roll is nothing but solid gold information for folks like me.
Yes. And one of the great secrets out there is Prop Store themselves. They have a great media team that take for their catalog and for the website
photography,
perfectly lit, bright and high res. You can download the full res photos.
There's another thing I want to say about how they photograph stuff. It's we have photographed enough objects that they have photographed in their catalog to know just how hard reflection parameters can be in terms of being able to see a golden idol or a certain kind of car. Their comms team is fabulous.
And you gotta think about why they do that, right? Because it's not necessarily for archival purposes. We might use it for archival purposes, but they're using it as a validation technique to tell the collectors out there, this is that screen use prop.
Yeah, so
so you can see that detail without
you can go match it to yourself.
Exactly. All that to say that this journey now leads us to what's in this box, which is a prototype.
Oh, it's a prototype.
It's a prototype. Oh,
awesome.
It's not in manufacture. They're not even sure this is actually gonna get made yet.
I love being wheeled this early into their process. Number one, I'm impressed with their process. The idea of making things that large with that many parts at that fidelity is really hard to get right, and they've been doing it.
And since we showed the 1/6 scale Batwing, it's a hard thing for people to find space for people that they love.
You've had trouble with it.
Oh yeah. But this is a 1/12 scale, so
a lot more reasonable.
Half the dimensions, a quarter of the actual volume.
Right.
But let's put it together, and I want to take a look.
Prop collecting for the apartment dwellers.
Yes. Let's take a look. All right. This is a stand.
Okay.
So
and you haven't looked in here.
I have not.
Oh,
I have
this
not.
Is great.
This goes. Yeah. So this is a prototype stand. Oh, that one did have a little bit of damage, so we may not use that stand.
There's a piece.
That must be a wing.
Yeah.
I'll go open this wing.
Oh, here's a middle. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
I'm going to slide this over.
Yeah. And there might be one.
I think there's
probably
one more.
another wing.
Wait, there's something else.
Okay. It's funny.
Oh, wait, some more bits.
Having assembled.
We're gonna assemble. This is a model making video. Hold on. Okay, feeling. Oh, here's some more. Okay, this is like the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
This is like package day for me once a week.
All right, let's set this aside and start unwrapping some of these pieces. It's funny.
Oh, they use masking tape.
I can tell already that the way they've broken down the assembly for this is basically a refined but shrunken down version of how the 1/6 scale Batwing came apart.
Oh!
With this probably a rod that goes right through the whole thing.
So they'd solved the problem in that scale and just kept on solving it the same
I think that's how. Well, that makes
sense.
They've done it.
Oh, wow, that is really pretty. Okay, I'm just gonna put that there right now.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's here right now. Ooh, I'm noticing some things. I have things to say.
I'm having cohesive thoughts.
The other thing I'll say is, as you're watching this, they're doing this as almost like a Kickstarter style crowdfunding campaign. They're gauging interest with deposits. This is much more attainable than the 6 scale. I think it starts at like $320 or so for the Batwing, and then there are different versions, like a variant where you can get a little tiny Batman inside, one with their opposable stand.
I love this new model where, where you can basically figure out what the interest level is and then make your market to fit that.
Well, and also I think it for the type of company that they are, where Yost, the founder, is on the forums, in the Facebook groups, engaging with fans of the license, and as well as his customers, and refining and making actual iterations on the design, like redoing the geometry, iterating on the prototypes. Like, this is the case where the people who back it are kind of investing in it, and they have some say as to how this thing can be polished and refined. Okay,
it's really exciting to see it.
Oh my goodness!
I know, this is really, really cool.
Okay. Oh. All right, let's.
All right, so I'm betting.
Yes, that's exactly how it is. Goes right through there.
There we go, and then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can feel you. I'm almost there. Actually, man. Yep, got it.
And here's what we'll do. We'll turn it toward the camera, like professionals.
So then there is, that can clip underneath.
Let's make sure that's the correct side.
Oh.
It could be the other side. Sorry,
It could be.
This
It could be. Yeah.
I believe that's the
Let's
case.
see.
Yes,
that's correct. Okay,
Yes.
so then this comes in
Uh-huh.
like that, and we can, and then that is how it tightens down. So I'm going to remove that little nut and put that there. We can do that.
Yeah,
and turn it over.
This is so much more manageable than the 6
really
scale
is.
one, where we had to put it on risers to turn it upside down. Well, here's the other thing. Adam, as you do this, I'll fill time with telling some stories. Like I'm a 6 scale collector, right? Like that's the thing I love: 12-inch figures, the Hot Toys, and the in arts and all that stuff. And Jazzinc services that community. They're building incredible vehicles for that scale. Like the 1/12 scale collector is an entirely different community, and I have very little visibility. I appreciate the people who collect in that scale, but there are dozens of different manufacturers and licenses and things that I am not extremely familiar with.
It's a whole different universe.
It is, and I love that there are these just different groups with different passions. They collect for different reasons.
They display in totally different ways. They're looking at, they see the objects in totally different ways. They probably have completely different eyes. Oh, now I see where these all go.
And that's magnetic.
So that is magnetic.
Nice.
And comes in.
So we tuck that cable. There it goes.
There we go. And then this is from saw. Oh, right. And then these are.
Well, this goes into the stand. See, you see. Okay, and I think we may need to.
Okay, let's we have a couple more pieces here, so let's lay it. Actually, lay it here on the.
We may need some blocks. Maybe the best way is like what we did with the 6 scale and put two small apple boxes on the side.
Okay.
We'll do that.
Actually, I might have something a little more straightforward than that.
Ah, perfect.
I can.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. How about that?
Great.
This goes underneath. And I bet there are 2 wings that go here.
Do you have 2 or 1?
I have one that goes on the bottom, which I slotted in. There should be
here
2.
comes. There's 2 for those, right? Yeah.
This is a refine. I'll mention.
Oh, I'm really excited. Go ahead.
In the geometry, the first version, they did the 1/6 one. These fins were a little bit too thin.
Oh.
And after we have the prop store reference, these are now the appropriate depth.
Oh, amazing.
So,
I love that. I love helping.
Sorry for yelling. Those go here.
This is
we said it in the video when we talked about the 1/6 scale one. Like the brilliance of making Batman's airplane, the shape of the logo.
Yeah.
That flies up to the moon for no reason, just to gain altitude.
Here you
go through the clouds and stop at the moon. One of the best parts. That was the album cover, right?
It really was the album cover, and it was like, you know what it was? I remember I saw it in the theater. It was a phenomenal audience laugh, and it really was like Tim Burton going like this, "Top of the morning to y'all."
As a 5-year-old watching that movie,
yeah,
you know, I probably watched it when it was on TV a lot, but in the middle of Batmania, the coolest things.
We have Canopy. There's one, and oh yeah, it's quite marvelously delicate. Wow. And then this one also has a couple of. Can you see that?
Yeah, I see the. Yep, I'll pull it back right there.
Look at that.
There it goes.
Beautiful.
They've retained a lot of the detail from the 1/6 version in this version. I mean, just in the cockpit, having that looks like the articulating sight. Yeah, so that's the stand.
I can fix this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna fix this. Give them a little bit of CA glue in there.
Okay.
We'll send it back to them.
All right.
Slightly better.
While Adam's fixing it, I'm gonna tell you some more stories. Because I am in the forums as well, and Jazzinc started doing just vehicles. They have the Batman license. They've done, you know, the Batman 1966 Batmobile, the 89 one. They've done the Batman Forever Batmobile. They're working on a Bat Cycle. And they didn't dabble in figures because figures was the domain of other companies. These were kind of dioramas to display with the figures. Like when I got the Batmobile and the Batwing, I didn't necessarily want to put my Hot Toys, you know, $300 Batman into that cockpit because I would have to contort it and it might like bend some of the suit. And I want a different way to display it. And so what Jazzinc is doing now is they're also doing figures. They have like a Catwoman and a Penguin that they have from the Tim Burton universe in the works, but they're also doing very specific figures for the cockpits in the seated position, almost like a replica of the tiny puppet that was inside the full filming miniature Batman. So, and they're not skimping on the details either. I've been following their Instagram and the posts, and they work with the very same sculptors and painters to prototype them and get them into mass production as what you would find in a full posable 1/6 model. Okay, so here's how this works. See, these turn, and I believe, I think it's the other way. It's the other way around.
No.
Oh, it can go there. Yeah. It aims down this way. Okay, so I'm gonna rotate this, rotate that, rotate that.
There it is.
All right.
And then
power.
Did they send power? I didn't see power in there. Oh, right. This is the cable cutter. This goes up here, right? Let's see here. Boink. Great.
We might need to find a power connector of our own.
I have one.
And here's the Gatling gun unit.
It's literally have been charging up my power cells. Is this 12 volts?
I assume yes.
It's either 12 or 9. Why don't we start with 9?
Yeah, that's a prudent choice.
Okay, turning it on and starting off with 9 volts.
Oh, lights up.
Great.
Great.
We'll stop there.
These are landing struts. So if you don't want to display on the display, I think the stand is optional. It would these plug in and it can just stand flat on a table. Yeah. Oh my God! Look at the lights in the cockpit.
The lights in the cockpit are spectacular. Oh, there they are up here.
Yep.
Dude, actually, to be perfectly fair, the cockpit is so beautiful. It is so gorgeous. It like makes. I wanted to get in the cockpit, like and they make a lot of meat out of what it's like in there in that first movie. And I spent a lot of time wanting to be. This is amazing because you really you get that experience.
Well, and also, in the movie, he turns on a targeting computer, you
Yes.
know, Luke Skywalker style.
Oh, look at
and
that.
that articulates and it goes right over there. Yeah.
Plus a little screen and the fiber optics they got going. I mean, I know this is a prototype. This is by any metric a really excellent construction.
And I'm just looking at, you know, where the seams are, right? The seams are actually along the thin edge, so you don't see them on top. Oh, you have flaps, okay.
Wait. Yeah, there you go.
There it goes, some detail underneath. I will say, so I have pulled up, and we'll put this on screen. Yeah. This is a photo of the actual filming miniature. Right. And this, look at when we talk about prop stores, like amazing photography. This is a giant, like,
they had to have been 40 feet away to get this great image, right?
And what you notice about the paint shop, they did some restoration on the paint. It was fully repainted. Is the streaking, right, along the panels, and that was something I did notice wasn't as prominent in the full 6-scale one. I do see the directional streaking here in the paint prototype. It's not just the shading on the panel lines, the way you would do, like, you know, Gundam style or an airplane.
But it creates a sense of movement that this has carved its way through something.
Yes, and has been flown, you know, in over a whole career.
Well, and they're also doing, they're playing around with those streaks with both a matte and a semi-gloss finish. So if you look at it from underneath, you can see the specular shifts.
Yes.
It's a really nice way to add some detail that's not really super obvious because it only happens sort of as you move around it.
Yeah. I'll tell you, as you know, a collector of 6 and someone who doesn't really dabble normally in 12th scale, what I'm finding is my understanding of this specific vehicle's geometry already is different. The way this scale fits in my head, like I can look at the topography of how much of that curvature is above the horizon line, how much below, and understand it almost like in a 3D model way, different than I could when looking at, you know, the one at Prop Store or even the one I have at home.
Because when it's that big, it's almost too large to take in.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it very, very differently. I mean, just like when you were doing miniatures for movies, right? Having them at different scales allows the filmmaker to see them all, put them in their head.
Yeah, it's really, really true. And it's funny that the smaller size, I mean, each fandom is different in its externalization, and there's a way in which perhaps the 12th scale fandom understands the shape of these vehicles in a much more abiding way, right? Because they're just so much more accessible.
Well, I'll tell you, there's been even for the 6 scale one, there are some aftermarket upgrades that people have made for mounting, like articulating arms that are modified, like TV stands or monitor stands.
Oh, I love that.
Very unwieldy. There's only certain angles that works at, and I can imagine like something of this scale, putting it on some type of articulating arm, so you could have it at this angle or a different angle or pose it. Like that's for me the fun of collecting. Because then you put a light on it, you put the moon on it, you photograph it, you enjoy it.
So this is their prototype, and this is mostly 3D printed. Is that correct?
It is, and
honestly, I see no evidence of 3D printing whatsoever. It is just like it's just perfect.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and you know their modeling is superb. They do all the 3D modeling in house. Probably easier to build something up larger and then scale the details down.
No, I'm sure you're right about that.
I know there's some companies who do like portraitures who they sculpt 1:1 scale, and then they basically just shrink that down. You know, either with the mold and shrink the mold, or digitally.
Well, as we're talking, America retired the penny yesterday. We printed the last penny. But when they make coinage, they actually sculpt the coin about this big.
What an artifact.
And then they use a machine that translates it and carves it out of a tiny piece of super hardened steel.
You mean something like a pantograph?
Yes, like a pantograph. That's exactly right.
It all comes back.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
it all comes back. I wanted to bring more awareness to this. I wanted us to take a look at it, and it is something that they're looking for support for people to get the word out. Because I may be clued into that 6 scale community. I am not at all into that 12th scale, and it's all about making sure the people there who are Batman 1989 fans know that something like this exists.
Dude, I love it. And I love this stand. I like the way the stand feels like its own shadow. I thought that's a nice feature.
Oh, yeah.
I turned it on from the back, so I got this really amazing view of the cockpit that I want the camera to see, because that is an absolutely cozy vantage point, honestly.
This is a great
Yeah,
dynamic vantage point too.
They really thought through how to mount this and came up with a great plan.
Yeah, the aftermarket upgrade I want want
Yeah.
And I'm speaking to all the makers out there who have specifically
you're
patterning or some type of 3D design skills. I want the balloons. I want the balloons. He flies in and he clips the balloons. There's like the crying baby. There's the clown.
You want it just as it's happening?
And just as it's happening with the little tiny gas canisters. The actual balloon miniatures were put up for auction at Prop Store.
That's right.
I wanted to see them last time we were there, but they were deflated. They didn't have like,
You're gonna have to use vase mode and 3D print yourself some little PETG balloons.
No, they're massive. They're relative to this. They would be. They're parade balloons that the Joker has filled with the poison gas, with the toxins, and Batman comes in and snips the balloons, pulls them in, and releases them into the clouds. Yeah, these are all core memories.
You were at the sweet spot when this movie came out.
Thanks for unboxing this with me, Adam.
Dude.
We're gonna, I mean, if the campaign doesn't finish, this will be like one of the few times I'll get to see this. I hope it does complete and is successful.
The work they do is really, really lovely. It's not just servicing a fandom. It's clear that the beauty of this comes from fans as well. Yeah. And like, that is the secret sauce. If you're gonna make stuff for a specific fandom, the expectations are gonna be higher than you can imagine. And honestly, the quality of this prototype blows my mind. It's really excellent.
I really appreciate being on the periphery of their journey, right? Making these, and the fact that we can see something in the middle of their development. Super cool. Well done, Jazzinc Diorama family and team, for making at least this prototype. Good luck on the rest of the campaign.
Thanks for trusting us with it for a few days. We'll send it back we'll take really good care of it.
I'll take some pictures.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Thank you so much for watching that video. If while watching any of my videos you like any of the t-shirts that you see me wearing, well, you can go buy them. And there's two places you can get them. First, you can go to tested-store.com, a web address that my crew laughs is one of the hardest things for me to remember in my whole brain. But now they've given me a second URL. You can now go to adamsavage.com and buy any of the t-shirts you see me wearing on this channel. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff there too. Thanks.